Hello, and welcome to In Case You Missed It, Black Audacity Style. We will bring you up to speed today on last week's news and hot topics that you may have missed. I'm Lawanda Morris, CEO of Black Audacity Magazine, and your host for this evening. Today, we will be discussing Black writer Toni Morrison, Robert Hur's comments about President Biden's mental state, tips about how to get back on track with your New Year's resolutions, also the unveiling of Kobe Bryant's statue, and in breaking news, ancient artifacts that have been returned to Ghana. So pour yourself a drink, grab a snack, and let's get into it. In political news, Robert Hur, the special prosecutor assigned to investigate President Biden's handling of classified documents case. As you may have heard by now, Hur went way further than his DOJ task called for. He ended up reporting a fake medical diagnosis on the president's memory. I say fake because Hur is not a medical doctor. Now, instead, he's a lawyer. I too am a lawyer, and I know for sure that medical degrees are not handed out with JDs. Now, while there have been reports that voters are concerned about Biden's age, and there may be some who are, but I've said this before and I'll say it again. I haven't been asked to be a part of any of these polls regarding Biden. Have you? Has anyone you know? If you answered no to any of these questions or all of them, then I would say be a little skeptical of these so called polls. It almost seems to me that the people pushing these concerns want the rest of us who they don't bother to ask to believe that we are the ones with the concerns. For example, the New York Times, Washington Street Journal, and the Washington Post have all published 81 stories collectively about President Biden's alleged memory issues. CNN has even gone so far as to ask whether or not Biden's perceived age issues are worse than Trump's real legal issues, when the clear answer is no. A perceived ageism issue is nowhere near worse than the very real issue, legal issues that Trump is facing, especially when a lot of those issues are centered around his involvement with trying to steal an election, trying to overturn democracy. Also, Trump is old too. He's only about 3 or 4 years younger than President Biden. Trump speaks more nonsense than Biden. The choice is clear. And that's all I'll say about that for right now. In sports news, we want to honor one of the GOATs in basketball, Kobe Bryant. On February the 8th was the unveiling of his statue at the Star Plaza outside of Crypto.com Arena in Los Angeles, California. Now, the statue is of Bryant wearing his number 8 jersey in a pose from his 81-point game. It was revealed by Vanessa Bryant, Kobe's wife, that he will also have 3 statues in total at the arena. The second will be of him and his daughter, Gianna Bryant, who did also perish with him in the helicopter crash. The third will be him in his jersey number 24. I can't wait to see all of these statues. This is truly an unforgettable tragedy that occurred with Kobe Bryant, his daughter, and all the other 7 passengers that also perished in the helicopter crash that they all died in. And we wish all of their families nothing but love and send them prayers and condolences in such tragic times. But we honor Kobe Bryant and his greatness, as well as his daughter Gianna, and we also hope that they all rest in peace. In health news, speaking of age, NPR released a list of secrets to healthy aging. So I'll share a few of those with you now. The first secret, which you might be surprised about, is to make new friends of all ages. 26-year-old Emma from Massachusetts told NPR that she used to have a 75-year-old roommate who inspired her to get out there and be adventurous. This tells us that no matter what your age, you can live a life without limiting yourself. Another secret that was revealed is to keep engaged with mental challenges and creative projects that can act as a brain stretcher, or what I like to call brain exercise. Like we talked about previously, the benefits of playing an instrument a couple of episodes ago, if you might recall, and how that helps with dementia. Now, exercising those brain muscles is very important. Lastly, staying active, of course, which is one I know that we all hear a lot, but it's so true. 78-year-old Jackie from Naperville told NPR that shoveling snow or doing any type of activity that requires you to use muscles that you haven't used in a while will signal you and tell you that those muscles need to be exercised. And so we hope that you take her advice and implement all of these tips and tricks and secrets. So, is everyone sticking to their New Year's resolutions? Probably not. So that's okay if you've been slacking. NBC News gave us some tips on how to get back on track. I'll name a few here. First, make your New Year's resolution specific. That will help you with your track your progress. Making it very specific helps you to track the goals and help you to stick to them. Another one, it's also to tell someone by making them an accountability partner. That helps them to keep you on your toes. Lastly, find motivation beyond the new year. Don't feel pressure to pursue long-term goals just because it's the new year. You can achieve anything at this time that you set your mind to. I'll use myself as an example, and hopefully you can help keep me accountable. So I plan to live to be at least 100 years old, right? And to be in great mind and body physically. And in order to do that, I know I have to implement these things and several other things to keep myself healthy, to get back in the best shape of my life. Just knowing that this is this is a very specific goal that I have helps keep me motivated to work out every single day except for Sunday. That's the one day that I take off. So what are some tips that you would either give someone to keep or to reignite their New Year's resolution, or some tips that you yourself, you know, you've used, they work, so that you do it beyond just setting a New Year's resolution, really making it a lifestyle change. We've talked about that before on this show as well. So if you have any tips and tricks for any of our viewers, please put it down in the comment. Someone on this channel watching this video will thank you for it. In celebrity news, let's talk about Toni Morrison. She was one of the greatest 20th century writers who was also Black. Toni Morrison told BBC News back in 2013 that she curiously writes about Black Americans. She also expressed how writing for Black people can be tough. She stated that, you know, it was like listening to jazz musicians. Black people in music were very, very critical. So she knew that she had to be better than good. Most Black people know that we have to be better than good in order to be successful. Because of this, of course, Morrison was very intentional in how she wrote. She wanted the stories, rhythms, and phrasing to sound true and authentic to the readers. Morrison credited her upbringing for this, helping to shape her skills and to be able to do just that. Morrison's first novel was published in 1973 entitled The Blue Eye. The book was about a young Black girl facing trauma and challenges in her life. Morrison won many awards, including the Pulitzer Prize, and she was the first Black woman to win the Nobel Peace Prize in Literature in 1993. She died on August 5th, 2019, from complications from pneumonia. She was 88 years young. So we like to just say, job well done, Toni, and we hope that you rest in power. And in breaking news, several artifacts looted from Ghana 150 years ago by British forces have been returned. NBC News reported that the artifacts included an elephant tail whisk, an ornamental chair made of wood, leather, and iron, two gold stool ornaments, a gold necklace, and two bracelets. They were taken from the ancient Ashanti kingdom in the 19th century and transferred to the Fowler Museum at the University of California in the 1960s. Now, one of the staff members from the Asante Palace said these items are seen as symbols of prestige and reverence for the Ashanti ruler, and having them back is a dream come true. I'm so happy to hear that these items were returned. Now let's get the rest of all of the stolen artifacts returned to the communities that lost them decades ago to thieves. Now, in more breaking news, Ed Dwight, a former test pilot who was to be the first Black astronaut, is finally getting some recognition, or the recognition that he deserves. Ed knew at a young age that he wanted to fly, but growing up in the 1930s, he stated that he didn't think that it was possible. And so when he went to college, he saw an image in a newspaper of a Black pilot in Korea. After that, he went straight to the recruitment office, which led him to the Air Force. See, representation does matter, which is one of the reasons that Black Audacity Magazine and this channel exists. Anyway, Ed was picked by President John F. Kennedy to join Chuck Yeager's test pilot program at Edwards Air Force Base in California's Mojave Desert. Edward experienced discrimination in the Air Force, even with the support of the Kennedy administration. Now, once Kennedy was assassinated, that changed everything for Edward, and he did not. He ended up not becoming an astronaut. He went on to become a famous sculptor. Several of his sculptures have been flown into outer space. Last year, a documentary was released entitled "Space Race," where they recognized Ed as a pioneer for Black astronauts. This was a long time coming. Congratulations, Mr. Dwight. Now, finally, our BAM Black History Month spotlight is Edmunya Lewis, known for her Native American name, Wildfire. She was the first half African American and half Native American sculptor. She made busts and sculptures of many abolitionists. Her neoclassical style of sculpture and passion for abolitionist causes can be seen throughout her work. Check out our Black Audacity History 365 and Black History Reads columns every single month, or I'm sorry, Black Audacity Reads column every single month in our magazine, which you can check out on our website at www.blackaudacitymagazine.com. Well, that's all for now. I hope you have enjoyed today's segment of In Case You Missed It, Black Audacity Style. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like, and turn on those notifications so that you can see more Black Audacity YouTube content show up in your feed. I'll see you back here next week, same time, same place. I'm LaWanda Morris, and we are unapologetically and unambiguously Black Audacity. Stick around for a brief word from our sponsor. Thanks so much for watching, and see you back here next week. Thank you so much to our sponsor, El Demi. El Demi is your new way of living your whole entire best life, your new lifestyle brand. From healthy body to glowing skin, El Demi has what you need to get your beauty on the inside out, including getting your best body back before the summer arrives by visiting www.eldeme.com, where you'll find everything you need to do just that. Eldeme, your new luxury lifestyle.